So I am live across YouTube, Facebook, our wonderful Facebook group, Actors Worldwide, which is kind of changing the whole narrative of how Facebook groups should be. Some of them are a bit toxic. Ours is amazing and supportive. We're on LinkedIn, would you believe, live. We're on Twitter live, and the wonderful, wonderful Instagram. Give me a shout if you're on this morning. It'd be lovely to hear from you from the new MZA office, which is now my kitchen. For those of you that don't know, because I've ruptured my Achilles. Santosh, how are you, mate? You always bob up. It's always good to hear from you. Philomena's on. How are you? It's good to see you. Say hello if you are on this morning. As well as that, if you are a fan of my content, make sure that you press share so that a lot of other people can benefit. Remember, we should always be in a situation where we're trying to constantly help others. Facebook user, it's not showing who it is, but it says, hi, I hope you're well. Brill. Okay, look, Philomena's on. She says, good morning, Matt. And she says, I'm Brill, thanks. Giuna23 says, good morning. I do hope you're well. Look, I'm tilted now. I have to put that straight. So, what am I going to be talking about this morning? I'm going to be talking about how to get bigger roles. So, it's a short but big subject. So, if you think about it, you've got what's called in life, what's called the fair value of exchange. This is how our economic system began. So, a long time ago, you'd take a goat to market. All right, a goat, and you would think, right, I need some food. What can I share? What can I get for this goat? And then people would offer you loads and loads of stuff, and you would work out what you thought was the fair value of exchange for that goat. So you would get a month's worth of food, all right, or a couple of months worth of food for that goat. You'd take away, you'd exchange, and that'd be the fair value of exchange. All right. So when actors are currently in a pool where they are maybe just starting to get low-level acting jobs, where they are maybe getting, kind of expenses or £100 a day or something like that. It's not because they're maybe not getting seen enough, or because there's something really unfair. Usually, it's just because that currently, based on that actor's value, that's the fair value of exchange that, is fair to pay or to swap for that actor's current value. Now, actors just get frustrated because what actors do is they just purely go to acting classes and increase their acting value. Okay? So I'm becoming a really, really good actor in class. Now, yes, you should always aim to be the best actor that you can be, okay? Genuinely, you should. However, that is only one of 18 different value areas. So if an actor is only concentrating on one value area and there's 17 others that are just not even being looked at, then it doesn't matter if you become the best actor in the world. You won't become the most valuable actor in the world. And I've used the example this morning of Keanu Reeves and Daniel Day-Lewis. Who's the most valuable actor? Well, of course, it's Keanu Reeves. But Keanu Reeves is probably not the best actor in the world. It's Daniel Day-Lewis. So that proves my point. All right. Why is Keanu Reeves the most valuable actor? It's because he works very, very hard in all of the value areas. He's a very, very valuable actor. So, as an actor, if you want to make yourself more valuable and you want to get the fair value of exchange for bigger roles, you've got to be more valuable, and you've got to be seen as a more valuable commodity to the people who are exchanging for these roles. The casting directors, producers. And you have to go, right, I'm a more valuable proposition. How do you make yourself a more valuable proposition? You identify value areas as well as your acting ability, your ability to do a scene, make it truthful, real, all of that stuff. You also identify other value areas, special skills. Okay. Now, This is usually top secret, but I'm actually just going to read them out. The 18 different value areas. Are you ready? Okay. There'll be ones that you don't even realize are value areas. Okay, here we go. Acting ability, level of training, personal brand, micro niche, USPs, the bases in which you can operate. Okay, bases as in where you can be, where you can live, where you can be, being mentored, unique skills, marketing ability, marketing package, being able to drive, having a DBS check, your ability to travel, okay, your support network, your mindset, your drive, your determination. Would you believe it? Jab status and interesting look, aesthetics. There we go. 18 different value areas. Some of them you could probably get sorted straight away. Some of them will take an awful long time to develop, things like special skills, USPs, understanding your micro niche and marketing it. So there we have it. How many of those 18 different value areas have you maximized as an actor? Okay. How many? Yes, Emmanuel, absolutely. And it's so important. And that's the point. How many value areas, how valuable really are you? There's so many actors just purely going to acting classes week in, week out, week in, week out. Okay. But what we do at MZA is we work on people's overall value. We do things like challenges, which literally push people into developing skills in areas and creating more value. We look at actors as value, okay? Genuinely, because I want them to succeed. I hope that makes sense. If you've got any questions, as always, what does anyone have to say on that? How do people feel about that? How do people think about their overall value as an actor, as opposed to just one value area? Do people understand? How do you feel about it? Okay, give me a shout. Talk to me. All right. Adam Master says, "Hi mate, are you okay?" Emmanuel Ale, yes, we've been over this before. You have been mentored by me for a long time. And yes, this is something we've genuinely looked at in a lot of detail. We've created a lot of value around you. In fact, you come to me developing accents on your own. You know, you say, "What? I've been developing this accent, that accent," because you are in that mindset of developing value. That you're in that mindset, Emmanuel, and that is why you are absolutely soaring. Okay, Philomena says, "Will this be recorded?" Philomena, this will be on my what's the word? On my wall. Yeah. So you'll be able to go back to it and look at it whenever you want. I think is fight for getting the perfection. So I think I know what you're saying. Okay. Don't worry about your English. All right. It's better than my whatever language you're speaking in. All right. So don't worry. I can only speak English. So you're amazing. Believe me, you're amazing. But I think I know what you're saying. You're constantly fighting for perfection. Absolutely. I always say it's constant self-development. That's what it is, okay? As well as that, never realize you're ever going to be the perfect specimen. You're just constantly going to be ensuring that you're personally developing and you're enjoying being the best version of you that you can be at any one moment, okay? Well done. Stephen Brailsford said, "Maximize your value by developing yourself. There is always something you can improve." Absolutely. Okay, that's one of our mindset principles that we teach in MZA, and it's totally true. But value areas are such an interesting thing, and if you're not constantly developing skills, that's when you're becoming less and less valuable. Okay, so actors will go to an acting class, for instance, and turn up. Brilliant, I love that, and you always should. I say to actors that are doing incredibly well and are even in TV series, they should always keep on training, keep on learning. But then what should actors also be doing? Who develops an accent week in, week out? Who develops skills like horse riding? Who develops skills like combat training? That's what Keanu Reeves does. That's why he's such a valuable commodity in Hollywood. Okay. Have you ever seen anybody? Have you seen his videos where he literally trains and trains and trains in gun combat? It's ridiculous. Okay, so make yourself more valuable as a whole, guys. All right. And then remember the fair value of exchange that I mentioned at the beginning. If you're more valuable, you're going to get higher level of roles because you're, when a producer director is giving out so much, such a big role with so much, let's face it, money behind it, they want the fair value of exchange for that money, and they want a valuable actor. And very simply, you've got to make yourself more valuable. Right. I hope you enjoyed that content. Remember, MZA, I am literally giving away free acting classes because obviously I teach in a very different style to anybody else out there in terms of acting and creating value around actors. So make sure that you get in touch wherever you are in the world, and I will ensure that you get a free acting class from me, both online, in person, if you're lucky enough to be in God's own county. As well as that, please check out my Linktree, because I've got so many different things on there, ways that you can learn. All right, some of them free, some of them paid. I've got digital online courses. I've got a YouTube channel, Matt Zina Acting Tips. Make sure that you genuinely follow Linktree or DM me for a free acting class very quickly. Let's have a look at some of the comments before we leave. Maximize your value by developing yourself. There is always something you can improve. Yes, there is, Stephen. Brilliant. Philomena says, this was very valuable information for me. Thank you. No worries, Philomena. You're a member of my academy. You're very lucky. So you will always get this level of information from me. June of 23 says, Reeves is like a real person. He's close to people and very empathetic. Absolutely. And in fact, I'm almost thinking of adding that as a value area, just in terms of he has managed to create a value area all of his own. The fact that he's just so celebrated as being a wonderful person. Big up Keanu Reeves. Right, much love, everyone. Have an amazing day. Make the absolute most of it. Maximize on everything. Much love.